Hi, I'm Pete Rosethorn. Welcome to the West Real Estate Program, where we give you the goods on everything there is to do with real estate: buying, selling, renting, renovating, everything. Today, I'm in Mayland, wonderful part of the world. I'm looking at a rental. But before we do that, let's see what straw-headed Dan and easy on the ice Sarah are up to this week. Ooh.
Today, I get some tips on interior design and I visit Corimbia. Sounds exotic? Stick around, find out more.
Today, I discover a home designed for first home buyers, built by a company renowned for quality.
Seven Ambrose Rise, Mayland. 9 Ambrose Rise, Mayland. Right, 11 Ambrose Rise, Maylands. This is it. You've got to be Jenny Wood from The Professionals.
Hi Peter, how are you?
Hello Jenny, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Did you know this is our first rental ever on the West Real Estate Program?
Fantastic, isn't that excellent?
You're like going to be the new guru of real estate, of rental real estate.
That's good to hear.
We're in Maylands, which is a beautiful part of the world, isn't it?
It is a beautiful part of the world, Peter.
Mixture of old and new. This is clearly the new section of Maylands.
It is.
What have you got nearby?
Well, we've got a lovely golf course close by.
There it is.
Peninsula Golf Course.
Just there, I can reach out and touch it.
You can, we're only minutes to the city.
Close.
And of course, very close to the Swan River as well.
Would you swim in the Swan River?
Depends whereabouts.
Oh, would you swim in Maylands? Yes, you would. Of course you would.
Okay.
Yes, you would. Tell us about the rental. What's inside?
Okay, this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with a lovely family meals area overlooking a nice alfresco area too, with a spa.
With a spa?
With a spa.
Is it full?
I don't know, let's find out.
Whoa! Stop it! And what sort of rent are we paying for a weekly? Can I guess?
Yep.
Okay, 4-bedroom, Maylands, $750?
Slightly less than that, you'd be surprised. So this home's on offer at the moment at $720 a week.
Not too bad.
It's not bad at all.
Let's go and have little sneaky poos inside.
Okay.
But before we do, I've got to go to Dan. He's at the Corimbia Estate out in Lansdale. The Corimbia Estate. Corimbia sounds like a jungle. Careful of your hair, Dan.
Corimbia. Did your thoughts just go to a tiny palm-lined island somewhere near the coast of Jamaica? Mine did. Well, if I could ask you to bring your thoughts just a little closer to home. In fact, quite close, because this is the name they've given to an exciting new community just north of Perth. And from what I've been told, it has quite a lot to live up to. Let me tell you why. As the leading residential developer in Australia and as the most sustainable property company in the world, it would be fair to expect that Stockland has a special touch when it comes to creating exceptional communities. Actually, and at the risk of sounding distracted, behind me is exactly what I'm talking about. This is obviously the Corimbia sales office, but how good's this? They've made it from 12 recycled cargo containers. It's a bit of fun, it's also revolutionary. Anyway, back to the job at hand. There's something else that stands out here, a feature that seems to be rapidly crawling its way up the priority list of modern home buyers: bigger parklands. Corimbia has been carefully designed together with its natural surroundings to create the feeling of space. And the leafiness, if that's a word, begins the second you step out the door. Now, to give you a little perspective, the city is just 20 k's to the south. Hillary's Boat Harbour is just over there, 20 minutes to the west. The Swan Valley is over here to the east. There's schools just over there. There's a golf club just up the road. And there's shopping centres, 2 of them, just down there. That's just great. At this point, you might have guessed I'm in Lansdale. You can tell by all the tree-lined streets. In fact, with all this natural bush, I imagine a stroll along one of these beautiful pathways during spring would be simply breathtaking. So Stuart, what's the vision here from Stockland, with this development at Corimbia?
Oh, Stockland started with a good piece of land, well located between the city, the beach, the Swan Valley and the airport. We looked at it, the vegetation, the landform, really tried to make something magical here that families would relate to and enjoy bringing their kids down to. Families these days obviously need access to parks to get outside, have a bit of fitness. This amenity that we've actually delivered is fantastic for young families as well as kids with or families with older children in them.
Is that specifically like, are you catering for families, or is it a bit more varied than that? Are there bigger sizes and smaller sized blocks?
It's actually a big variety of blocks here. We go all the way from 350 square metres up to 770. You're allowed to put more of your house on the block here at Corimbia than some other estates in the area. So it's a great place for everyone to come and actually experience the magic of Corimbia and find a better way to live.
Okay, you've probably gathered by now, I'm a bit of an outdoors person. And yes, I've hugged a few trees in my time. And if I was to single out one thing about this development that makes it unique, I'd choose, hands down, the rather enchanting wide open spaces. To experience your own enchantment, go to westrealestate.com.au, follow the links. You know, one of the greatest things about writing for this show is that you get to choose your settings. And for this last piece, I carefully highlighted in the script to be filmed on location. Caribbean backdrop essential. Well, I think I pulled that off. The Aussie version anyway. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that's great. Thank you, Dan. I'll tell you what, if this had some water in it, and maybe some bubbles, it'd be really relaxing. After the break, Sarah's a good life. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a spot. Ouch. Welcome back to the West Real Estate Program. Just relax in there, Jen, plenty of air, don't worry. Thank you. And here's Sarah at Good Life Homes. You all right?
If you're a first home buyer, you're probably searching through dozens of building companies, hoping for pot luck. You need one with experience, a solid reputation, and naturally, an affordable price tag. Good Life Homes is part of the Gemmell Homes Group, and together they've built more than 4,000 houses. Let's go see what they can do. Travis, what kind of market does Good Life Homes cater for?
Okay, at Good Life we especially cater for first home buyers, people building their first home. We have a very broad product range starting at 120 and moving right through to 200,000. So within that range we also have a lot of investor clients, a lot of downsizers, and also a high percentage of second home buyers as well.
Some people might be sceptical about such a low starting price. How does that work?
Well, we achieve a low price but still maintain quality through a number of reasons. One being we have very clever and cost-effective plans. Also, as part of the Gemmell Homes Group, we piggyback on our group buying power, and that enables us to buy certain products at lower prices than some of our competitors.
Good Life Homes has 7 display homes, amongst plenty of other offered designs, and let me tell you, they all look amazing. Today we're at the Madison in Alkimos, and if you're wondering where that is, it's about 40 kilometres north of Perth and well worth a Sunday drive. Travis, when I first saw this home, it's like it's from a movie. I could totally see myself in it.
Yeah, open plan living area, obviously been popular for a long time. What we've incorporated into this home, which is unique, is the PlayStation area. So this is where the kids can obviously surf the internet, PlayStation, very popular with mum and dad as they can keep an eye on the kids.
It's close to the kitchen too.
Absolutely, that's right. So that's the idea, it's fully integrated, so you've got the whole family in the one zone.
At Good Life, I believe you have a series of principles for good home design. How do they apply here?
At Good Life, yes, we have. We've identified 7 principles of good design. The 2 that are best demonstrated in this home would be what we call room relationship and communication. So you can see that the kitchen relates very well to the meals relates to the family room, and very closely linked to the principle of communication as well, because it means that all family members can communicate in the one area.
And the alfresco's right here too.
Absolutely.
The Madison really is the ultimate family home, with something in it for everyone. It's totally livable, yet still modern and elegant. So come visit today, it's open from 1 till 5 p.m. For more information, head to westrealestate.com.au.
Jeez, it's amazing. Thank you, Sarah, and to all our friends at Good Life Homes. I just found a room that Jenny Wood didn't even tell me about in this rental property in Mayland. It's incredible. And after the break, I'm going to talk to Jenny Wood in great detail. I'm going to find her first. Jenny! 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 Oh, I've got to try it, Jen. This is good. I love it. I love it. It's great, it's got everything. It's got the bedrooms I need, it's got great hairy stairs which don't hurt my bum too much when I do that slidey thing. If I wanted to lease it tomorrow, where do I go?
Okay, well Peter, this is one of hundreds of homes we have available. So if you go to our website, professionalswa.com.au, and you'll find details on this property as well as many others.
Fantastic. After the break, Jen, I want to find out more about you and what your actual role is within the professionals. But first, we're going to see Dan. He's at Mink's Homewares and Furniture in wonderful Osborne Park. Dan, are you there?
You know, I've been given the pleasure of having a sticky peek in some of the most beautifully presented display homes with this job in the last few months. But it wasn't until I found this next story that I realised the very thing that makes them so incredibly inviting had escaped my attention. In fact, I reckon I'd actually taken it for granted. I am, of course, talking about furnishings. Every tiny detail that turns these four walls into a beautiful, luxurious sanctuary. Seems obvious now. And to add to my look of surprise, I've also discovered that most display homes in Perth are fitted out by one very successful team, Mink's Furniture and Homewares. This WA family business began 8 years ago, and they travel the world to keep up to date with the latest trends to provide a stunning range of quality furniture and homewares, most of which is designed by and exclusive to Mink's. So Mink's is a truly one-stop furnishing and decorating shop with expert interior design and advice. As of today, they now have showrooms in Melville, Osborne Park and Mandurah. I'm convinced that what's happened to this company in less than a decade is an incredible amount of overachieving. You see, they have 5 warehouses fully stocked, so you never have to wait on an item. They have a team of expertly trained interior designers ready to work with you one-on-one, free of charge. And Mink's will even offer a turnkey, stressless furniture solution. No idea what that is, but sounds fantastic. In fact, you can have as much or as little input in the process of decorating as you like. My thoughts? Leave it up to the professionals. After all, Mink's is a store run by designers. Oh, and so you know, there's no flat pack nightmares. Everything's already assembled. And you can exchange anything you're not completely satisfied with for free. But although Mink's has been celebrated for having the finest contemporary furnishings, to make decorating even easier, they now have another feather in their cap. Mink's Furniture Fit Out and Hire. These statewide apartment packages include furniture, electrical, linen, decorating pieces, more or less everything, including the knives and forks. Cody, I'm imagining that a beautifully furnished home is going to fetch a much higher sale price, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, Dan. Most of our clients experience between a 3 to 5 times return on investment on anything they do spend on furniture and homewares.
What about the marketing side of things?
Well, most clients go onto the internet before they actually come into the home, so having the beautifully furnished home in the photos makes a huge difference on whether they actually decide to come into the house.
And what about the process of preparing your home and actually getting it ready for sale?
Initially, we do a free style and decorating assessment and then design a package which will individually suit the client's needs and budget.
Oh, that's great. And how long does this take?
We can do it within 7 days if we need to.
For more info on what Mink's can offer, go to westrealestate.com.au and follow the links. Oh, and by the way, once you're there, you can register to receive an obligation-free style and decorating assessment at your property. And you'll also receive a free $100 furniture gift voucher. Now, Cody suggested there's a couple of things I need to consider before I buy. He suggests touching, feeling, and testing. I love these tough jobs. It's a good thing we didn't shoot this in the laundry. John, we've got a few questions again this week.
Sure.
When it comes to selling a house, I mean, there's all these expressions in my head. There's fixed date sale, there's set price sale, there's auction. What do you recommend?
Look, I can understand from a seller's point of view it must be very confusing. But essentially what there is, there's 2 main streams. You either go with a price method or with a non-price method. I feel that with the non-price method is the best way to go because that makes sure that you don't undersell your property and you probably get the most buyer interest in your property.
So what are the options there?
Look, in the no price methodologies, there's certainly auction, expression of interest, and our highly successful set date sale method are probably the main ones you need to be concerned about.
John, could you explain that set date sale for me?
Certainly, Dan, happy to. Set date sale is a methodology that Realmark introduced to the West Australian market and has been highly successful for our sellers. In summary, it's about making sure that your property is on the market for an optimised period of time to maximise the results. It involves not having a price, some very distinct marketing packages and reporting packages so that the seller's very well informed. And it's also about giving the buyer the opportunity to consider the property without having pressure and making sure that they have made a considered offer, which often ends up being a better offer for a seller and a buyer.
For viewers out there who would like more info on this,
Sure.
where can they go?
Well, they can go to one of our Realmark agents. We're very good at that process. They can go onto our website, realmark.com.au, or follow us on Twitter on these issues.
That's John Percadani, the big cheese from Realmark, and he'll be back next week to answer more questions.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Dan. This is a very powerful feeling, Kitchen Island. You can control the whole family from here for sure. You, homework. You, don't put the glass on the carpet. You, dinner's ready. Love it. Ooh, don't forget, my friends, if you'd like your chance to win an Aquatechnics plunge pool, go to the website, westrealestate.com.au. It's the value of nearly $20,000. We may not to be involved. After the break, I'm going to talk to the wonderful Jenny Wood from the Professionals. We'll see you then. Jenny,
Peter.
thanks for being with me. Can you tell us about the Professionals, please?
Peter, Professionals have around 60 offices throughout Western Australia, and within those offices we manage just over 17,000 residential properties.
It's a large amount.
That is a large amount. We like to place ourselves as the go-to brand for having your residential investment property managed.
And what makes a good property manager?
Well, there's plenty of property managers out there. Good ones, though, are worth their weight in gold. A good property manager will have a thorough induction process for both the owner and the tenant and really educate them on how to do their role in that relationship the best they can. So we build that tenancy up for success right from the word go.
And that's the relationship with both the landlord and the tenant?
And the tenant, absolutely. And, you know, sometimes when tenancy situations go off track, it's not necessarily anybody's fault. It's just normally a misunderstanding or a miscommunication of what those roles entail and what the rights and obligations are.
Now, what makes a good investment property?
Well, a good investment property really is something that is appealing. You know, property owners have the same wants, needs and desires as tenants. So when a tenant's looking for a property, if it's run down, poorly maintained, poorly located, it's not necessarily that attractive.
Right.
At the moment in our market, we're seeing around a 2.4% vacancy rate on the residential side. So we've got a very healthy, bordering heated market where there's plenty of demand and supply is low. So sometimes tenants don't always get what they're looking for, but the aim of it really is, if you're considering buying an investment property to be rented out, is to find something that you would enjoy living in, because then it will be appealing to prospective tenants as well.
Jenny, thanks for being on the program. You are the bee's knees. It's official. Jenny Wood, bee's knees. And here's Sarah. She's with a mortgage broker.
Buying property can be fun and so rewarding. Yes, you heard right. Well, fun if you have the money. And where you choose to lend your money from can make a huge impact on your future financial situation. There's so many reasons to use a mortgage broker. And especially if you're a first home buyer, you'll want to have a chat with Liquid Finance Solutions. Liquid offers a huge range of personalised home loan and property investment services because everyone's situation is different. And with so much advertising and confusing information about home loans and interest rates, there's never been a better time to use an expert. Wade, why should someone use a mortgage broker?
Realistically, Sarah, it's all about convenience and removing the hassles. So we meet with our clients when it suits them, days, nights, even weekends, and then we can work on the client's behalf with over 30 different lenders during the week, which can often prove difficult for people who are working or have other commitments.
What's the difference between a mortgage broker and a bank? Would it just be better to go to the bank you're with?
A bank can talk to you about their individual products, whereas we can research hundreds of products and ultimately work something out that works for the client and their circumstances. If remaining with your existing bank is the right option, that's exactly what we'll advise, and then we can prepare everything too.
Liquid Finance Solutions are based in Perth and deal with clients across Australia, and their mantra is convenience. At what point should a first home buyer see a broker?
Well, realistically, it's never too early. When you're doing something for the first time, it's hard to know all the answers, so it pays to deal with someone who's been there before. We're more than happy to answer any questions a first home buyer may have, and then work with them to find a loan solution that's right for them and ensure they get a good deal.
You also have a wealth of knowledge on how to improve your finances. Can you give me a tip?
Yeah, Sarah, I think the key is taking an interest in your finances. Ensure your credit file is clean. Ensure that you're saving money out of every pay. Develop a plan for your finances, and remember that any small saving in interest rate can lead to savings of thousands of dollars over the life, so review your finances.
It's important to remember, first home buyers can be any age. You may have recently emigrated or perhaps chosen to do your investing overseas. So if you're new to the Australian property market, make it easy on yourself and let Liquid Finance Solutions guide you every step of the way. Their website has so much info and advice, and you can find it at liquidfs.com.au or by following the links at westrealestate.com.au.
Oh! I love watching them panic. Thank you, Sarah. That's all we've got time for in this week's program. If you'd like to find out about anything you've seen in today's show, go to the website, westrealestate.com.au, follow the prompts, it'll all be there. Oh, and don't forget about your chance to win that fantastic plunge pool by our friends at Aquatechnics to the value of nearly $20,000. Do the same thing, website, prompts, you'll find it. We'll see you next time.
And that's a wrap.